Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namini Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavati Paskatya Desatarini. Prabhu, give me the Srimad Bhagavatam. We were reading yesterday, 7th canto. And what is your name? Sumit and? Himanshu. Okay, Himanshu, you now will pick the verse we will read. A special message from Bhagavatam for you. You open any page.
Okay.
It is your class this morning.
Okay.
Which one? Which page?
This one.
This. Okay. The shloka is, my God, this is a very long purport and this is a short one. Nyasyedam atmani jagat vilayambu madhye sheshetmana nija shukanubhava nirhiha yogena milita drigatman nipita nidras turyestito natutamo nagunamscha yunkshe. Prahlad pacifies the Lord with prayers. This is Prahlad Maharaj is speaking. And he's saying, "O my Lord, O Supreme Personality of Godhead, after the annihilation, the creative energy is kept in you, who appears to sleep with half-closed eyes. Actually, however, you do not sleep like an ordinary human being, for you are always in a transcendental stage, beyond the creation of the material world, and you always feel transcendental bliss. As Karuna Dakashayi Vishnu, you thus remain in your transcendental status, not touching material objects. Also, you appear to sleep. The sleeping is distinct from sleeping in ignorance." It's Yoga Nidra of the Lord. Purport by Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, my Guru Deva. You know him? You don't know who is he? He is the greatest ambassador of Sanatana Dharma in the world. He left India at the age of 65, went to New York, and started making the Krishna's mission go around the world in 10 years. In 10 years, he opened over 108 temples around the world, and now it's the biggest mission of Sanatana Dharma. You never heard about him? ISKCON?
ISKCON, yeah.
He is the founder of ISKCON. As explained very clearly in Brahma Samhita, Yakara narnava jale bhajati sma yoga nidrammananta jagadanda saromakupa adara shaktim avalambya param svamurtim govindam adipurusham tamaham bhajami. I worship the primeval Lord Govinda, who lies down in the causal ocean in his plenary portion as Mahavishnu, with all the universes generating from the pores of hairs on his transcendental body, and who accepts the mystic slumber of eternity. The Adipurusha, the original Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, Govinda, expands himself as Mahavishnu. After the annihilation of this cosmic manifestation, he keeps himself in transcendental bliss. The word Yoga Nidram is used in reference to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. One should understand that this Nidra or sleep is not like our Nidra in the mode of ignorance. The Lord is always situated in transcendence. He is Satchit Ananda, eternally in bliss, and thus he is not disturbed by sleep like ordinary human beings. It should be understood that the Supreme Personality of Godhead is in transcendental bliss in all stages. Srila Madhvacharya concisely states that the Lord is Turyastita, always situated in transcendence. In transcendence, there's not such a thing as Jagarana Nidra Shushupti, wakefulness, sleep, and deep sleep. In transcendence, there's no such a thing as Jagarana, wakefulness, Nidra, sleep, and Shushupti, deep sleep. The practice of yoga is similar to the Yoga Nidra of Mahavishnu. Yogis are advised to keep their eyes half closed, but this state is not at all one of sleep. Also, imitation yogis, especially in the modern age, manifest their so-called yoga by sleeping. In the Shastras, yoga is described as Dhyanavashtita, a state of full meditation, but this is meditation upon the Supreme Personality of Godhead. In the Shastra, yoga is described as Dhyanavashtita. Dhyan. This is, no, in Ashtanga yoga, Dhyan. But this is meditation upon the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Dhyanavashtita tat ganit gatena manasa. The mind should always be situated at the lotus feet of the Lord. Yoga practice does not mean sleeping. The mind should always be actively fixed at the lotus feet of the Lord. Then one's practice of yoga will be successful. Prahlad Maharaj ki jai. Here, we also have a deity of Narashingadeva. When the curtain will open, you will have darshan of Lord Nrsingadeva. He is very important. Nrsingadeva is the guardian and protector of the devotees. He's been worshipped in India for thousands of years. This form of Nrsingadev, God, half man, half lion. It's all over the Indian temples. You will find sculptures of Sri Nrsingadeva, and many temples are completely dedicated to him. He is on the altar, sometimes as Yoga Nrsinga, sometimes as Lakshmi Nrsinga, sometimes as Prahlad Nrsinga, sometimes as Ugra Nrsinga. He has 24 forms, more or less, probably more, but 24 recognized mudras or presentations of our Sri Nrsingadev. His temples in Melkot, South India, incredible. You have to go up a mountain, and finally you are standing right in front of him, and he's like this. Wow. In Ahobilam, there's 8 temples of Lord Nrsingadev. That's where he appeared, I think in Madhya Pradesh. There, you have to go in the temple by first going under the water, diving under, and then you come out the other side, you go inside the temple. This is one of the temples. In Peru, Lord Nrsingadev has a temple which is behind the waves of the ocean. You have to wait for the waves to go down, and then you have to run into the temple, and then inside the temple is huge. Amazing. Huh? Sometimes you cannot come in and out. The waves are too high. clash you against the rocks. It is the cathedral, the mantra cathedral of Lord Nrsingadev. Incredible. So Lord Nrsingadev has been with us a long time. Thousands of years ago, he has been here with us in this planet. Ever since he killed Hiranyakashipu, which was ages ago. So the Supreme Lord and all his manifestations, they're historical. They're not some invention, some mythology. No, they are the reality which have impacted the world, and especially in India. Now, even in Germany, we have Naransinga Mandir in South Germany. Here we have Little Nrsinga Mandir in Berlin. And everywhere you go, where Prabhupada went, Prabhupada, he told us, every day you have to chant, Namaste Narasingaya Praladadayani Hiranyakashipu Bhakshaya Shilatam Kana Kalyane Ito Nishingo Parato Nishingo Yato Yamitato Nishingo Paye Nishingo Idaye Nishingo Shingamadim Sharanam Prapyade Tava Kava Kamalavade Nakam Adbhuta Singam Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tanubringam Keshavadita Narahari Rupa Jaya Jagadishare Jaya Jagadishare Jaya Jagadishare. So many mantras, Om Shraumugram Jalam, many mantras glorifying Lord Nrsingadeva, Nrsinga Kavach, protection of Lord Nrsingadeva, Jai Jai Nrsingadev, Pralade Sharira, Padma Mukha, Padma Bringa, is unending. And many prayers are given to Lord Nrsingadev every day by millions and millions of people. If you, like when we chant Maha Mantra, we are connecting with all the people who chant Maha Mantra around the world. It's like a protection shield which goes around. Maha Mantra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. I'm chanting here, you're chanting in Hong Kong, another one chanting in New York, another one chanting in South America, and the whole net of Maha Mantra. Maha Mantra power, by grace of Prabhupada, is very great. It is said in the scriptures that you chant the Maha Mantra one time from the heart, it will take away more offenses from your past, more mistakes than you are even able to commit. Can you imagine the power of this mantra? If you have made big mistake in your life, you chant the Maha Mantra, it is gone, and you can start the yoga. The yoga, bhakti yoga. Here is mentioned, explanation is given of dhyana yoga. Dhyana yoga means being absorbed in the Lord. Don't, by the lip, I'm talking Krishna, by the mind, I'm thinking Maya. No. It must be lips and minds and everything on the lotus feet of the Lord. That is what is required. That is what is desirable. Always be at the lotus feet of the Lord. The Lord is our master. The Lord is our savior. The Lord is our friend. He's everything. So, what does that mean? It's very clear. Without God, you cannot live. Is that true?
Yes.
How? How can you not live without God? Let's give proof, evidence. We are in court. Yashodanandan, how is that you cannot live without God? Sit straight. Prabhupada used to say. Huh?
You can't live without a creator.
Okay, why?
Because
Creator is far away. Have you seen him?
Paramatma and Atma is that
Have you talked to him? Huh?
yeah.
Yes.
You talk to the Paramatma? You listening his answer?
He shows the answers.
Huh? Speak clearly.
He shows the answers.
Huh?
He shows within the devotees, he shows the answer.
Through the devotees. Very interesting. What more? What evidence is there that you cannot live without God? Come on, come on. Now, you're in court. You're making a point.
Basically, we are living in Creator's creation. We are living in Creator's creation.
That's very true. But give me some examples. What is the number one example? Cannot live without God.
Your breathing right now is
Prana. There's the answer. Prana. Without breathing, you're finished immediately. So he's given prana. What else has he given? Everything is nice. Everything is nice, but the tulips in Holland, they don't give you life. What gives you life is Bhumi. Bhumi Mata is the evidence. And that means the elements, earth, water, fire, air, ether, they're the evidence that you cannot live without God. We call it Virata Rupa. Virata Rupa. Krishna shows to Arjuna his Virata Rupa, how he's behind everything. He's behind the fire. Do you have a fire? You have any fire?
Stomach.
Yes, you have the fire of digestion. Without the fire of digestion, you cannot get the energy of the meal. So many things. We depend on who is our first guru.
Our mother. Our mom.
Yes. Guru Mata, Guru Pita. Our first gurus, our parents. They are also provided by Krishna. We cannot live without mother, we would not come here, without father, and everything. There's millions of evidence that we cannot live without God, but we are so stupid human beings, we try to say, oh, God is dead, God doesn't exist, I am God. We have so many stupid philosophers, they're running around telling we all become Shiva. You're going to become Shiva? What are you talking about? Huh? If you don't make your exam in school, they kick you out from school. You become a sweeper instead of a Shiva. Huh? This is impersonal idea. Yes, we are part of the Brahman, but we are not Brahman. Supplier. Therefore it says, Nitya Nitya Nam Chaitanya Chaitanya Nam Eku Bahunam Vidadati Kaman. There's many living entities. They're all being maintained. And there's one who maintains them. That's Bhagavan. And he takes many forms. Nishingadev is one of his forms. Mahavishnu is another form. And he also acts through Lord Shiva sometimes. Undoubtedly, Lord Shiva is the destroyer of everything. So he's not well known for being the creator, but he's well known for being the destroyer. Why? Because Krishna wants to show us this world is nothing. Come to me, to my real world. You make a house. Oh, I have this nice house. Krishna makes earthquake. Prap, 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 the whole thing is down. Or he sends a hurricane. Woo, takes the house, the car, everything. If you're lucky, it didn't take you. So everything is sarva mityu sarashcharam. Everything is ending in death in this world. So Krishna is sometimes demonstrating, hey, come to the sense, come to the essence. What are you doing? You're studying in university, and the teacher in university, they do not even know that they are Atman. They have no idea. Just some scientific knowledge about this and that. Maybe, in science it is very interesting. In science nowadays you learn more and more and more. You know so much that finally you know everything about one fragment. You know everything about nothing. But you don't know where you come from. You don't know why you're here. You don't know what is the goal of life. You don't know what is a soul. You cannot understand what is man. You cannot understand what is woman. You don't know nothing. And you're full in a total ignorance of this cheating educational system. Do you know that the entire university system, the entire, including India, except the Rishi schools, they were sincere schools. The Nalanda University, the Takshila University, they were universities of knowledge. But our Western university are based 100% on colonialism. They teach what's wrong, fake news. One example, Aryan invasion. Have you heard about Aryan invasion? No, you have not heard? No? So that means you are studying in schools which are avoiding the fake news but not defeating the fake news. The Aryan invasion was the Britishers' proposal that the Indian culture, the Vedic culture, does not come from India. They say it came from Mesopotamia. It's somewhere Europe, some Greek, next to Greek. That the Mesopotamian, the Aryans came from there and they invaded Harappa, Mohenjo-daro are cities of them, but after they defeated the people from India. And then they established the Sanskriti culture there. In other words, they say, it's from Europe. It's a total fake news. And that fake news was spread all over India through the universities. Even today, you go to Humboldt University. They will teach you Aryan invasion still, even though it is totally defeated by the Western, by the spiritual research. Now we know, because the argument was the Saraswati culture, the Saraswati is from the people who lived next to the Saraswati River. So the scholars said, where is the Saraswati River? It is not here. So therefore, all this is mythology. But then the satellite pictures came from India. And in the satellite pictures, you can see the Saraswati River coming down from the Himalayas and going to the Arabian Sea. In other words, there was a Saraswati River. It's not mythology. And the Harappa and Mohenjo-daro, these are the oldest settlement of the Aryan culture. And then the Saraswati Brahmins, who were from this region, they left this region and they moved to South India. Why? Because there was tectonic changes in the Himalayas and the Saraswati River was running another way after those changes, and therefore there was not much water in this area. So the Saraswati Brahmins, they moved to South India and they exist there until today. They are called Saraswati Brahmins. And many of the Saraswati Brahmins, they went from South India, from Kerala and from Tamil Nadu, they went to Bengal. And two very famous Saraswati Brahmins, who were they? Rupa and Sanatan Goswami. They are the famous Saraswati Brahmins which joined Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and were sent to Vrindavan to rediscover the holy place of Vrindavan, which was almost lost in the history. And they started the movement which became the Braj Mandal movement. The Braj Mandal movement, Chorasi Kosh, where Krishna appeared 5,000 years ago. Now, We have to understand that all this university and all this Western knowledge ignores the reality. What to speak about Kshirodaka Shai Vishnu? He mentioned Kshirodaka Shai Vishnu. Who's Kshirodaka Shai Vishnu?
Paramatma.
Yes, that is the name of Sri Paramatma, Krishna inside your heart. In other words, we are talking about the whole world, whole history of the universe, everything we talk about, and then we end up inside your heart. That's pretty good, no? I mean, you're all around awareness and inside awareness. Because we all have the Paramatma, Krishna is in our heart, and he's teaching us when we are eager to. If we ignore him, if we offend the divine, then he will remain very much withdrawn, just observing you. But if you're looking for him, you make one step towards Krishna, Krishna makes 10 steps towards you. So if you're chanting Hare Krishna, you say Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. My dear Lord, please, my dear Supreme Lord, my beloved Lord, I really want to be with you. I want to serve you. You are maintaining me so long, and I've not done anything for you. Only thing I'm running after money, name, fame, glory. It's the same old story. You're working hard like an ass for nothing more but grass. Only looking money, position, power, prestige, applause. We are looking for everything mundane and we are not getting anything spiritual unless we go to the devotees of the Lord. Only the devotees of the Lord, they can change this panorama. So I thank you very much for this nice shloka you've given to us this morning from the Srimad Bhagavatam. It's very, very important. I will read the shloka again. The cosmic manifestation, the material world, is also your body. Wow. All this world is Krishna's body. Virata Rupa. The total lump of matter is agitated by your potent energy known as Kala Shakti. Oh no, this is the next verse. It is the next verse. I went from the purport here. Let's read the next verse also. And thus the three modes of material nature are manifested. You awaken from the bed of Sheshananda, sent from your navel, a small transcendental seed is generated. It is from this seed that the lotus flower of the gigantic universe is manifested, exactly as a banyan tree grows from a small seed. And today's verse were, O my Lord, O Supreme Personality of Godhead, after the annihilation, the creative energy is kept in you. Who appears to sleep with half-closed eyes. Actually, however, you do not sleep like an ordinary human being. You do not sleep like an ordinary human being, for you are always in a transcendental stage beyond the creation of the material world, and you always feel transcendental bliss. As Karuna Dakashai Vishnu, you thus remain in your transcendental status, not touching material objects. Also, you appear to sleep. The sleeping is distinct from sleeping in ignorance. In other words, we all belong on the Karuna, the Mahavishnu, the Karunadaka Shai Vishnu, Garbhodaka Shai Vishnu, Kirodaka Shai Vishnu, all the expansions of the Supreme Lord. Now we'll end here and give you a chance to ask any question. Do you have any question, any commentary to make? What about the Haryana people? Any commentary? You came all the way to study in Germany, right? But thanks to Srila Prabhupada, you come to Germany to study about Bharata. Bharata Mata Ki Jai. That is real knowledge, what's given in Srimad Bhagavatam. Unfortunately, we are living in a very demoniac society, and they don't want real knowledge. We are living in the fake news society. No question? Okay, then I have to go on because I got many things to do.